No, that is not funny.
We have a bot. I'm still setting up. Hi, Kissin. How are you today? What am I doing? That bot wrote so much that I can't even bother to read it. You're the bot. Everything makes more sense now. Let me open this. I'm doing multiple things at once because this is usually when I eat lunch. So I have my lunch out, but I'm also fighting my cat to not eat my food. And I'm still setting up something. What am I setting up? Oh yeah, VTube Studio. There we go. I'm huge. How have you been, Kissin'? What have you been up to? Long time no talk. My tuna kept trying to steal tuna off the counter earlier. That's the cat's tuna, not your tuna. You just didn't understand the assignment. I had that happen to me a couple days ago. I was eating like pre-made tuna salad and my cat just came up and straight up licked it right when I was not paying attention. And I was so lazy. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still eating this. It was grading week this week, so I really didn't want to, like, I didn't want to get up and like do something about it. Okay, I have this up. What am I playing today? I don't know. I take a bite of my food. I have Korean barbecue pre-made food. It smells good. It does not look good. That was really good though. Looks are deceiving with this one. Did not look good, but it tastes delicious. I've been good. Went to Dunkin' Donuts with my grandpa today, and my week has been pretty average. The snow makes it hard to bike to work, though. Ugh, yeah. I had a snow day the other day, and generally I'd be like, yeah, cool, snow day. But the snow day made it so that I had less time to assess my students and have less time for grading. So I was like struggling to get it all done. And I did finish it within like 2 hours. I also figured out how to use the system so that I could copy and paste everything for the next grading period. And then, oh, I made, since it was snowing, I freaked out about the stray cats because they used to sleep in the garage of my neighbor, but she got kicked out of her house. And there's new people and they help feed the animals, but they don't have like any place. They're not letting them stay in the garage as the cats did in the past. So I was freaking out. Is she muted? No, I'm not muted. Am I muted? Kissin'? Oh no. Now I need to know. No. Okay. Nope. Twix, I think something's wrong. No, you're just being you. Now I can't remember what I was talking about the cats. Oh, I freaked out. So I bought them a $200 house and I built it, and that caused me to be in way more pain than I needed to be. And that's my week. Oh yeah, I built the house. It's huge. It's taking up my dining room area. And now I can't put it outside because it's too heavy. Yeah, wait, never mind. I had the volume low. So now I have this huge house for Shirley muted. Thanks, Kissin'. Really. I have this huge cat house that's in my house and I can't get it out. But I told my friend about it and she's like, I can come by Sunday. And I was like, okay, I will try to get it out myself. If not, Sunday it is. And it's like a double-decker house. But yeah. How's your week, Twix and Volster? I saw that you monetized your streams, Volster. How's that going so far? Did you just do that? Oh, I never in a Barbie house. Basically, yeah. I mean, if Barbie houses were as big as this freaking thing, I wonder if I could find it. They like put fake pictures of cats on these houses on the cat house on Amazon. So I really didn't know. Well, I was too lazy to get out a measuring tape and just measure it. So I just bought it not knowing how big it was going to be and just hoping it was going to be big enough. I think it will be big. A cat Barbie house. Yeah. I just need to paint it pink. It's like dark blue or something. Um, my streams are not worth to spend money on. I just activate it so later I can activate the next tier. That's fair. What is the next tier, Volster? Was good week. We had a bit of snow and I managed to get some nice pics. That's cool. My cats are attacking my food. All right, let me ship you some Barbies and cat toys. I wonder if the stray cats will play with the toys. One of my cats like refuses to play with toys. Okay, we're creating an issue here. I have one cat on one side of my desk and another cat on the other side of the desk. And when it comes to food, if you get too close to one of them, he will attack because he feels like the other cat's gonna steal the food. Do I have to be honest how I feel? You should always be honest with how you feel. You need to get 20 subs, 300 chatters, higher average views, and hours are easy. They might if you put catnip in them. Did you know only about 30% of cats react to catnip? I have at least one of my cats does not have the catnip gene or whatever it is. I don't think they know how catnip works with cats. Hi, Squishy. How was your week? I'm currently eating Korean barbecue and trying to fight off my cats at the same time. And I signed on to Amazon because I wanted to show you guys the cat house, but it's kind of hard when I'm like elbowing two cats at the same time while in the middle trying to get food in my mouth. And my dog is below me, just like happily just going back and forth, wanting food. They are waiting for the slightest opportunity to steal food. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They swear that I starve them. If ever they were put if ever I was being prosecuted and they needed to interview my cats, they would totally say that I was guilty. Not bad chilling, that sounds cute. Just sec Twix. I will read that. I just ate too much at once. Now my mouth is full. Okay, now you sound like my cats. She's eating but not sharing with us. Wait, never mind. She said she don't share food. Okay. Depression sucks. Going to get worse because less than 2 weeks away from finals. Also, this marks 2-year anniversary when that thing happened. I don't know what happened 2 years ago, but I'm sure you'll do amazing on your finals. And once you get the finals done, you are one term closer to finishing up and being an accountant. Okay, I don't need any more cats. I have 3 cats in my house and a dog that's pacing around me, just waiting for me to drop anything. And then I feed 2 stray cats. And I've named my stray cats, which is probably the taboo thing that you're not supposed to do, but I don't care. Because I figured if ever I bought a bigger house and I moved away from this place, I'd totally steal those stray cats and take them with me. Though one of them are feral. Is feral. Slightly feral. He's getting better at getting used to me. I went to the hospital because I wasn't myself and missed Thanksgiving with my family. Tough on both ends. I'm sorry. I mean, at least you're still here. And hopefully, you know, once the stress of finals is over, you'll be able to relax. School's not the easiest, but I'm sure you're doing a lot better than you think you are. At Kissin, surprised you didn't give no kiss like you usually do. Con lives on the edge. I have to. These are the only highs I get in life. Having to fight my cats to eat food. It's the adrenaline rush I need every day. I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity. Bolster just started streaming. This chicken is disgusting though. The outside of the chicken has like this really great gochujang taste to it. But the inside of the chicken is like so dry and bland and unsalted. Not worth it. Do you want to go on a trip with the community? We all going to see Sonic 3 together when it first drops. When was this discussed? Is there a Sonic 3? Like the movie? Sonic 3. There's a Sonic 3 coming out? I just saw Smile 2 yesterday. I didn't even know there was a Smile 1. This is how much media I don't consume. Still keeping an eye on you. Focus on your own stream, dude. It'll be fine. I will survive without you, I promise. With Shadow in it. Wait, with Shadow in it? With huh? What are you talking about, Squishy? I've heard Smile 1 sucks. Oh, so you didn't even see Smile 1? You just saw Smile 2. I wanted to start earlier, but I am watching Maisie play Warcraft. Oh, nice. The sun. Oh, Shadow. That Shadow. That's right. I've seen the I don't know if I've seen the clips, but I've seen the animation of this. Remember when Sonic, the first movie, came out? And they dropped the trailer and everyone complained about how Sonic looked like. And then they like instantly changed it. That was beautiful. Keanu Reeves is I just right what you said, Keanu Reeves, I saw him as the first cast member and I was like, oh, however you spell his name. I think you spelt it, yeah, you spelt it completely correct. Look at that. Kudos. They messed up his face so bad in the first movie, yeah. Smile 2 is Kissing. Are you Kissing? You're like talking in both chats. Smile 2 is a solid 7 out of 10 for me. I haven't gone to the movie theater in a while. Actually, I don't even remember what movie I've seen the last time because it's been that long. I usually just wait until like it comes on some kind of platform and watch it on my, what is this thing called? A projector. I watch it on my projector because then I could just lay in bed. I'm super lazy and I'm being super cheap because saving up for or trying to pay off that surgery. But before I had the surgery, I was saving up to be able to afford it. I can't see what's in here in the other chat. Yeah, I can't either. That's why I'm like moving from right to left because I have Kick on my left screen and Twitch and YouTube on the right. Transformers 1 was actually a really good movie, but the marketing team did it dirty. I don't remember. I thought Transformers 1 was like really good. Didn't they like make a lot of money off of that one? Oh wait, no. This is okay. I didn't know that another Transformers movie came out this year. Wait. Yeah, it is. Box office 128 million. How much did it spend? Okay. The budget was 75 to 147 million and the box office was 128 million. So it was probably a loss for them. They're still cranking those movies out. Yeah, the first one was good. Yeah, but apparently Kissin is talking about the new movie that came out this year and it's called Transformers 1. So when Kissin said that, I thought they meant the very first Transformers movie that ever came out. Yeah, they marketed it as more like a kids movie, but it was so much better. Huh. Oh, is it like it's an animated version? Is that what it is? Oh yeah, it's an animated version. Oh, this kind of looks way better than the movies. Transformer 1 is good. It was amazing. Huh. I feel like this is how they should have done Transformers in the first place. Oh wait, what the fuck? Yeah, I meant the original. Yeah, yeah. That's how I know you're old, Squishy, because you remember that movie. Why would they call the new movie 1? I don't know. That's why I looked it up because I looked it up just to look at the poster, but then what showed up was something completely different. And I was like, oh, Squishy and I are old. We don't know about these new wave Transformer movies. Did you? I just realized you told me to fuck off. Because it's going to be a trilogy and they are uncreative. Oh, is it? Did they make enough money to do another one though? Let's see. It fell behind predicted numbers. However, usually sequels make more money than the originals. So, movie like the distribution companies tend to go for the second one just because they feel they'll make more money. I don't know if they'll do the same thing with this though. Casting, music, future. Uh Oh no, on November 20th. Oh, it was made by Hasbro too, so that might be it. On November 20th, 2024, due to a string of box office bombs, Hasbro announced that they would no longer be co financing film adaptations of their products and IPs, instead, leaving external studios to exclusively fund such projects. Aw, that makes sense for Hasbro. They want to stay with the toys, making toys. Damn, no add-on of pirated DVDs from movies from 2000 to 2018, I think. Or was it 2015? Don't they still pirate movies? Well, I guess it's more like a streaming thing now. In LA. I don't know if they still do it. But you could just like walk on the street and there'd be specific streets where people would be selling pirated stuff and you would just get pirated movies. Those were the days of being poor. Cat house. Outside. I'm seeing if I could find the cat house I bought. This looks exactly like, well, no, not exactly. Wait, why is this one so much cheaper? I hate when I find something that is exactly the model that I got and it's sold for a cheaper price. Let me show you guys. A squishy, which is Creeper, VeggieTales or Teletubbies or Barney, which is creepier, you mean? Oh, okay. Pretty sure pirating is still going on online. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I can't say that. TOS, so I'm just gonna shut up. It's everywhere. Okay, let me show you guys. How do I do this? This is not the exact house I got, but this is very similar to what I bought for the stray cats. I have this too, where I could make it so that they can have access to the top deck too. But I closed it off because the stray cats don't really like each other. They just tolerate each other. Teletubbies all day. I pirate shit. You pirate shit all day, Twix. Don't feel bad. Demonic things. Teletubbies is kind of creepy. I don't know how I think I was taking care of like people or kids, not people. I was taking care of young kids within my family. And I watched so much Teletubbies because of it. And I get it and I don't get it. That creeper house. Not this house. You mean the Teletubby house? No, I kind of want to look that up. Turn that off. Holy smokes, they got rooms. Yes, it's a double decker. You can make it so that the top floor meets with the bottom floor, but I've kept them separate because they don't really like each other. They kind of just tolerate each other's existence. But now I'm annoyed because this one, and the measurements are probably smaller, but this one that I'm looking at, oh yeah, the measurements are a lot smaller. It's just a lot cheaper, this one. But anyways, I spent like $200 on one. I hope they like it. I've been testing it out on my cats and seeing if I could get my cats to use it. And one of them kind of liked it. I think he enjoyed it, but then the other cat came around and like pestered him and he like ran out of there. So we'll see how he does. Oh, I found the exact one I got. So here's the kicker. It was 119 but the delivery fucking fee is $80. So it ended up being $200. And this picture or video is not to size. Oh my God, that was loud. Like, my cats are like 13 pounds and they don't take up this much space on that. So these cats are probably giant or something. This cat does look giant. But yeah, my cats. So I don't know. I thought it was going to be a lot smaller. It looks smaller on this video. It is not. It's not fucking small at all. So it's taking up a huge piece of space in my house. Yeah, so I don't know if they changed the measurements and made it bigger. Maybe that's possibly what's happened, but I definitely didn't expect it to be as big as it is. Because I swear it's like double the size of what was on that video. They almost look like cat breeds, Norwegian forest cat. I have no idea what cats or what kind of cats those were. They're large. That makes sense. Maybe that's why the house looks small. Sometimes they'll just have the large image and a video for all the different sizes. Yeah, it's maybe one of your guys' theories is correct. All right. I don't think I'm going to eat any more of this food. The taste of the chicken, well, some of the chickens were fine. Maybe Maine Coon. Maine Coons are definitely big. I once had, when I was looking to get a cat, there was a Maine Coon that I had applied for. And it was the size of an adult cat, but it was only 3 months old. And it was already like 13 pounds. And I was like, that'd be cool because Maine Coons, because I already had my dog. I was like, he could keep up with my dog because she's 55 pounds. So a bigger cat would be good. But they rejected me, so that's fine. Sometimes they'll just have the same image. Wait, no, I already read that. Okay, let me get rid of my food and then I'll put on the game. Just a sec. Ooh, pulled pork is so good. I love pork in general, but then I get sad. This happens with me with everything. Like, I love meat, but then I get sad. I'm like, I just ate an animal. Oh shit, I didn't something. Slay the Princess. I did not download it, so I'm downloading it right now. Does your model have different hairstyles? It does. And somehow the hairstyles came out. Let's see. You could see both eyes. But this reminds me of like my emo days, so I kind of like it like that. What else do I have? Star eyes. White hair. I like the black hair. No, that's not the black hair. Where's the black hair? There's the black hair. YouTuber. What'd you call me? Honhemo? What is that? Now I'm just what am I got so distracted by Squishy that I don't even remember what I was saying. Honemo? Are you emo hon? Oh, I get it now. Dude, I've seen pictures of me of the times where I was like really insecure and I had my hair in my face a lot of times. And I look at those pictures and I kind of cringe because I'm like, oh my God, I look terrible with all my hair in my face. From the emo days you just told us about 2 seconds ago. Yeah, I get it now, okay? But it just sounded, you put HONHEMO and the H, the second H, even though it's in the actual name, got me confused. And I couldn't separate the H from the emo. There's another model that I like that I've considered buying because it's only like $10. But she's a little body flasher, I guess I could call her. I don't know what to call her. Let me see if I could get it up. I like this one because it's kind of similar to what I would get if I were to buy my own model. I think I have it on my phone so I could pull it up faster. One. Nope, I forgot the G. One. I. Let's see. Watch videos. Oh, I didn't. There we go. There we go. Where is she? Okay, they're kind of. I thought of getting this one. It's only $10. It's not like it's not breaking the bank or anything like that. Slay the Princess is ready. But she's a kind of half naked. And I think that might be a problem for rules, right? But she looks very similar to me. And I used to always wear red lipstick before I got sick. And my red lipstick looked very similar to this because I didn't like bright red lipstick. Anyways, the more you know. Excuse me. The game, it does look good. Yes, but she's also a little too sexy for Twitch and possibly YouTube roles, I think. No. Why is it a weird shape? Is this gonna show up? This is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website if you need a list of specific content warnings. Play the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. But now it's not showing up. Let me see. Maybe it has a toggle for a cloak or a shirt or something. What if it has a toggle to undress itself? I've had that. I have a model like that. That's not what I need. Full screen. There we go. This should... Alright, for some reason this isn't working. I wonder if my game capture is just not working in general, because I had this issue last week. Yes, I will do that. Oh god. Okay, one last thing. Then I will start. Okay, now you've converted to YouTube. Let's go a just chatting stream. Well, I like how Twix, you went on to YouTube just to say that after I started this game. Oh, I need to... Wait.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Sorry.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Also, let me just go over. Yeah. Nothing happened. You just
You're
go.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget it. I'm not doing this. This is something I would totally say. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolucion. Silently continue to the cabin.
course I haven't. Why would I even consider that?
Hi, Neo.
Nobody wants the world to end.
I hope you had a good week too. I hope you have a good night also. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi, Neo. My earbuds disconnected for a bit. You missed nothing. I promise.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Turn around and leave. What happens if I turn around and leave? Does the game just end? Raise game volume? Yeah.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Is that loud enough for
Do
you?
you even know where you're going? There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
Bit more.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
I didn't think it or say that it was
More
wrong.
like
I
he
just
knows,
said
he doesn't
that
know what he's
I don't
talking
want to do
about.
it. Does the game end?
Strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, I'm going into the cabin. Sheesh, turn around again and leave again. I kind of just want to turn around just because it fucks up the story, right? What if it just leads straight back to the house? That'd be funny. I want to see.
Keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably
Like the
selfish,
narrator.
if you ask me.
Absolutely.
I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
Forever. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone. Well, I emphasized me over kill, sorry. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Says the person not killing the princess.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I am going to have to go in there, aren't I? I'm glad I'm Gen Z and didn't have to deal with those black and white screen TVs. Facebook. Tella, you could be in other generations and not have had black and white screen TVs, okay? What is it? Millennials and Gen X? Is that the one that comes before millennials? They had colored TV. I'm just gonna go in.
always a choice. But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for pretty much
Fuck
everyone.
you, narrator. You are totally trapping me into this and
You can't
saying
just
that I
go
have a
through with
choice.
this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I could have choked her. Hypothetically, in game, of course.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
It's true. There are so many ways I could kill her if I wanted to in game. Well, anyways. Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I like this one.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise.
Why should I be
Good luck, hero.
I'm respecting her and telling her she's gonna have to die.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Why is she coldly
Focus
beautiful?
on the task at hand.
Is the hero... He said coldly beautiful. Is that it? That he's imagining her as a corpse already?
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me. I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare.
I don't think so. I get the wording, but don't know how to explain it. Fair.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Wow, the stubbornness. Squint at the princess while holding onto the blade. This makes me feel like she would just laugh in my face. I mean, I would laugh. Fine then, I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
I should have squinted. That just sounds funny.
For love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something. You stare at the princess, squinting.
She's just
fiercely.
gonna, like, doubt his ability to kill her.
She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you? You'll have to blink eventually. Just make a choice.
Okay, slay the princess then.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Squint.
A moment of distraction and hesitation.
Oh,
is
yeah,
all
she
needed
fights
to
back.
Sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
We unlock her in the basement. She's tough. I was hoping for that. Give up, finish the job, flee, and lock her in the basement. She was already locked up in the basement. I kind of want to flee just because I think it's funny.
Are you serious? It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor, useless. She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. Huh? It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door,
I'm intrigued now.
do your
I want to
best
know more
shut
about
out
her.
your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece.
Oh my god, she's
I'll
flirting.
forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
I think she's in love.
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Hi, teaser. Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. Whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you. Ignore her and go to sleep.
I want to be be so sure about outlasting me.
Think she wants a hug. I think she wants to cuddle. I'm totally... I want to cuddle her, but it's not giving me the option.
Be prepared, but know that I'm coming for you. And that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
If she was such a threat, why was she only chained up with one hand? On keeps picking the choices that leads to death. This is okay. So yes, absolutely. And I don't know if they still exist, but there used to be choose your own adventure books, and you could choose different pages to go to on the story. I always chose the ones that end in death.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time.
So what is she, though?
Curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
Can't be.
Okay,
This
let's...
can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wait, it continues? I thought it'd end right
On
there.
A path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay, chapter
In the
2.
basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah, I feel like you made a great choice in game, considering you play your playstyle.
What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Oops, sorry.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you all right. Worst decision of our incredibly short life.
So now I have a fragmented brain.
We tried to slay her, we really did, but she was gonna kill us. It was either lock her in the basement or let her finish beating us to death.
Twix, I already died in game. But now I'm alive again and my brain is fragmented and I have two voices in my head.
Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us?
And she will die again. Okay, now this time we'll go in more aggressively, okay? I'll do
Obviously,
it differently.
I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that
Cool,
your
just
actions
like Ben
last time
10.
around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working.
God damn it, Twix.
And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Well, I'm alive, so I think everyone had a happily ever after.
If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can. Just be quick about it. Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world. People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Says the guy who does not have to kill her. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
How am I
You're
special?
the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us?
Okay, I like the new homie. The voice of the paranoid just makes me
Oh, I kinda like
happy.
being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. Do you see the way he keeps pushing us? We have to get out of here.
The neurosis is real and I love it.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin. warning before you go any further.
There is a character named Alien X. There are 2 voices inside the alien that always giving Ben trouble.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Let's see if we could kill her.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh shit. I am looking at the windows. Why?
It's just an empty frame.
She's already got now, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Are those people?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out.
These guys are oddly
Task
creepy.
awaits, and only you can do it.
Approach the mirror. What mirror? Oh, this mirror, which wasn't there before. Explore the whole cabin in is different. This whole cabin is different than I remember it being. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror. Take the blade.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the 3 of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Teaser,
So
don't
focus
ruin
up.
it for me.
What's riding on this?
Approach the mirror. Take the blade.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth
Okay,
investigating. if he
why
wants
are
it
we
to
not
look so
talking about
bad.
my hand looking weird? And it was looking like that before, wasn't it?
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
There's something interesting about us, isn't there?
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes.
Hmm.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Step off into the void between the stairs. Yes.
You attempt to step off the stairs
damn
into
it.
the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I have nothing to lose.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As
I
you
like how the
emerge, you
narrator
find
hates
yourself
us.
Between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
I mean, we could just follow the eyes, because this has the eyes.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
Just a sec. Cancel. Just... I'm trying to get to my creator dashboard here. Just a sec. Sorry.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
She said she was gonna find me, so if I do nothing, she would just come find me, right? Then I'm just not wasting my time walking. But then I want to walk towards these eyes because I think they're interesting.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh, hi,
I told
cutie.
you I was going to find you.
Well, it was obvious because the eyes were on that side.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
Damn it! Hey.
You brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your
Fine.
being is coming to a lurching halt.
He's like a spirit doll thing now. Yet another.
Lungs, liver, nerves,
Fine, I will just straight up kill her.
liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes
On their next
shoot
one.
back open. Heart, lungs. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
You have seconds left.
My paranoid self is funny.
Yes, I'm sure.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
So cute.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us.
Liver.
Why?
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Okay, but now I'm curious on why she's not killing me. Paranoia using meditation techniques to live. Wasn't expecting it. Alright, why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What happened after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just leave you. Can't just let you leave. You're the lunatic, you know that? I don't know if she is because I also am some kind of beast. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? How about I just kill you? We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. Wow, there's so many fucking options. They did a really great job about this. I'm such a blunt person. I just want to know why she's not killing me. I'm not doing any.
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then...
Shit, make her stop.
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
One moment,
liver,
and
nerves,
then you're
heart,
gone.
lungs, liver,
Just
nerves,
like
heart,
that.
lungs, liver,
Ah,
nerves,
and
heart,
there's the
lungs,
fear.
liver, nerves, heart. She pulls away. Nerves, heart, lungs.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
Lungs,
I've already
liver,
done that.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me and then...
Tried to leave you while you suffocated, but that's too.
Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, 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 heart, lungs, liver.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
No, definitely not.
Liver.
If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, 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 liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
glad you're seeing things my way.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
You
nerves,
seem miserable.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, 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 nerves, heart, lungs, nerves,
Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare. Leave together. Okay, let's get out of here. Fine, you win. I'll leave. I'll let you leave.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
What if I toss the blade?
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Are you serious?
heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her.
I have a death wish, apparently.
Nerves, heart,
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
liver,
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not?
lungs,
I am what I am. And you're always going to be a coward.
lungs, liver.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
Okay, I saw a tear go down, though.
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
No, 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 no.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No, 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 no. No, no. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
Am I killing the narrator now? What's happening?
Can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops. I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3, 4, 5. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think.
Oh.
It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Teaser was right. I get a new
You
voice.
shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay. We decided not to do that. Didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about
Goes
it,
on and
she's the one
on.
with
I
power.
see that.
Nobody else can do much of anything.
Wait, now I have a voice of the opportunist.
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever.
Oh, there's multiple voices. They're not. There's not just
We're
what.
supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here? Many times. It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says, and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on. What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order, and our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget.
I want to
I've
see.
tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
I want to see the cabin now.
You slowly make your way through the umbral
Voice of
forest,
the simp.
bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
I thought we were not supposed to.
They've been hurt too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up. You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what. Proceed. Proceed to where?
I don't know.
I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
That was the only option I had.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
Take the blade, it's the only way forward. Oh shit, don't you remember? You have to take the blade. All the options were taken away. It says take the blade. You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
When I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
Totally went interdimensional.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything.
Oh, I see what happens. I spent all that centuries with her that my brain
Except for
fragmented.
me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. And what's left is for you to take me away. And me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. Well, I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
I did not lose my power because you're still stuck in this fucking house. So fuck you.
Something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
Oh no! You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago, but was that something you, or is it just a dull or jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free. God damn it! I fucked myself over.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I
Hate you. Yes, I made the narrator
Emotions
hate
different
us.
at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end.
She took over your choices. Yeah.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Princess is exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
What? You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again.
Almost.
That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, We can smash it.
Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Uh-oh. Oh no! You step towards the mirror. It holds the truth that you must witness. That I'm a monster
Something
too.
tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
They do sound at peace. But will they be at peace when they see who they actually are? Silence as you reach for it. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. It's you. I don't look that bad. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Looks cute. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. No, I'm not letting her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
I gotta admit, this is a really pretty drawing.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is awaiting Maw, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like the art. What are you?
How can the world have ended if we are talking? I know only that they are.
My options are attack the entity or destroy your body.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
So I need to kill more people to give you more perspectives? That seems counter. Okay, aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I keep giving myself less and less options.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Living more and different lives gives different perspectives.
You won't.
A hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end
You'll
of that
know it when
path
you see it.
is a
The real
cabin.
sleigh, the princess
And in the
starts
basement of that cabin is a princess.
starts here.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. You make your way up the shore. A warning. She will lie. We're not gonna go. Ignore him.
Okay, now I just want to see what happens if I straight up try to kill her.
The interior of the blade. You take the blade. The door to the base. Her voice. Cat.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason.
You were cycling through the choices, that's why they were less. Not that you were making choices that gave you less choices. Fair enough. And yes, that does make sense.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the
I wanna
blade
see if there's an
tightens
option
as
to go
you
straight at her.
resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
She's going to turn into herself, right?
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too...
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
Did she just straight up die?
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I don't want to check her
don't
pulse.
think you should do that.
No, walk away.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that. Yes, exactly. It's over.
No, it's not, is it?
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
But something happens.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
What if... Wait, so did the princess also kill someone and then she gets trapped in the fucking cabin and that's what happened to me?
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
The narrator... Can we kill the narrator?
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
You are such a shitty liar.
We're not just going to stay here forever, right? I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
I don't... It's the narrator. The narrator is causing everything. That's what
He's right.
convinced.
It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Anything to get out of the hell. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An
No.
eternity of bliss?
No, it's not.
You ingrate. Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is you're here to slay her. My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Hey, what is this? Okay, just history.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
The narrator is the
And I
true
believe
evil.
Your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world in time? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying. Just stay focused, will you?
I want to know if there's a option to... No.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
She won't be a problem. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you.
Yeah,
Before you
narrator.
have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Told you, she's dead, narrator.
A ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Cute ghost princess.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Let's
Before
grab.
she can suspect a thing, you lunge forward and grab her arm. You feel substance for the briefest of moments, but then you feel nothing at all, as though all you've done is clutch at empty air.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
She has boundaries and we need to respect them.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what? You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
Excuse me.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Thank you.
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
We're both trapped here.
I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you owe me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is.
Cool.
And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Hi, Ben. How was your week? How have you been? I want to let her possess me. Oh, what happens after you leave this place? I was told you'd end the world. I don't know, I wouldn't believe anything she says.
The princess swims through the air in front of you.
I'm
pausing
spiting
for a
this
brief moment as her
narrator.
dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Thanks for the body, killer.
It's been alright. I just came home from work like 20 minutes ago. Hope the stream is going well. Stream's going pretty well. We are exploring Slay the Princess. I've already explored one storyline, and now we're doing a different storyline where I killed her instantly, and then I was trapped in the cabin. But then I killed myself, and I came back, and she's a ghost, and she's still dead. But now I want to possess her because I want to spite the narrator. Because the narrator is literally the bad guy here.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
And I don't go to work for like the next 9 days, so I'm also really excited about that. I hope work wasn't too bad for you.
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then
She's gone.
a sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused
Slightly jelly.
as it settles over your very soul.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
No do-overs.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
I'm a voice? I'm me, is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
And the Stanley Parable, if you've played that before. I've never played it, so I couldn't comment. Maybe Squishy knows. Have you played the Stanley Parable?
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Yeah, play Stanley if you haven't seen it yet.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left
And that
behind.
one also.
You're more of a memory than a person.
Yeah, so definitely the narrator gives you shit if you choose choices that he doesn't want you to choose. But then he always has some entrapment in the choices. The Squishy says the narrator is different but similar.
Rude.
Okay.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
She's inside us
Because
now.
I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
I still like her better than the narrator.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone.
Yeah.
Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards
So
the stairs.
disappointed in us. I like how she fits in with the other
I'm
voices.
just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
Yeah, you say that, but we did exactly what you wanted us to do, and then you trapped us in the cabin. So yeah, we're gonna go
Wait,
against what you said.
If she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Oh, I keep
Yeah, but
yawning.
it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Totally sleepy.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, Your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
Yeah, and who am I, though?
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong.
I think I'm convinced that myself and the princess are some kind of creature monsters
It's just the weight
that
of
are
it all.
never going to get a
It's
happy
too much for
ending
me to do anything
under
other
the
than
narrator.
Describe and dictate.
And wine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Take the blade. Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Yeah, well, at least it's my own story.
Finally. Finally.
Well, she's going to take over and it'll be her story. But you know what? It's fine.
You lift your shaking hand.
I
and
want to
rest it on
spite the
door
narrator.
handle. But you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
God damn you, narrator.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Yes, let's see. Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone. And so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming,
Ha!
I suppose.
That's all I wanted.
What about us?
We'll have a
Are we just
tragedy.
stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
We're still here.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore?
I
Are we in
sw-
some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Alright. Let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
Pick up a passenger and take her to her destination. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare at you.
Guess not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memories return.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. Huh?
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing
We
I
kill
felt
the
before, it
hero.
feels so much worse now.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach for it. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Why would you do that to the voice, bro? You've grown. The bloat. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens. Okay, I wanted to attack the entity this time just to see.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Okay, good to know. Are you the same being you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you want to go out? No. Do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
So she does want to go on a date. You know what? At the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than than anyone else I've met. Why? How could anyone be nice to me? What are you doing? What do you want me to bring you next? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear will be. Wait, what was the last option? Destroy your body. I didn't do that last time, so I guess we should do that. Yeah, let's destroy my body. One more time. You raise your will and end your life, but as it buries into the space of your body should be, you feel nothing at all. Well, she said we couldn't hurt each other, so maybe we can't hurt ourselves. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are you the same being that you were before?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but
I am the same. Fair. All the cells in our body get replaced within 8 years. What is it? I think. So, there is truth to that. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. No. What does it feel like to change like this? You have been kind. No.
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
So essentially, she's becoming human?
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
I want to...
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Everything you say is in a riddle. Say something straight. When I go back, it's as if it's an invisible wall. What do you want me to bring you next time? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. You're not actually saying anything. I'm ready to go back. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Yeah, I was wondering that. If I do more, the more experiences and perspectives you create for her, the more complete she becomes, I guess. Yeah, we'll find out, I guess. Well,
My joy
maybe
is
not
in
today, though.
seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I'm like a god to her. Okay.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Aww. So we only have a pond. We must make a lake and then rivers to flow into the ocean.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
All right. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
The crashing. No. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path. You're here to.
All right. I'm going to end it here. I'm assuming that I have to explore other options, right? Because then she grows and then it becomes something. I like how chill she always becomes at the end of these chapters. Yeah. She's very chill. But I want to know if there's a ending where there's like, what are they called? Yes, you need multiple different experiences. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm looking for the ending of where she, not the subtitles, what is it called when the ending, once the movie ends, the people who made it show up? I'm looking for that. Whatever that thing is called. The credits, thank you, Pen. My week has been long and my brain is mush. End credits, yes, Squishy. Ben totally beat you to it. I want... Squishy, you know what? I had a lot to do this week. I did grading. It was grade week. So I had to put in my grades for my little kinders, and it's a lot of work. It actually took me like 2 hours of fucking doing that. And that's not including assessing them, because they're kindergarten, so you don't grade papers. That's stupid. You have like a certain standard based on the state. I appreciate all the work you do. Are you one of my kindergarten kids? But yeah, because they're in kindergarten, there's no paperwork to assess them, to grade them on. So what happens is there's a set of standards that the kids need to meet at the end of the year, and I assess them throughout the year to see how much closer they are to getting to be, quote unquote, prepared for first grade. So yeah. Auto skip. Did I save this? Empty slot. Oh, it's saved so easily. Return. No, I don't want to return, actually. And I've been like, so I live in, wait, no. Let me go back real quick and turn this off. And we'll go here, watch videos. Okay. So I live in a low poverty area currently, and the school district that I work for, they're less than 40% of kids who could read at grade level. So I'm super obsessed of making sure every single one of my kids can read by the end of first grade and read CVC words, which is consonant, vowels, consonant words. So like dad is a perfect one because it's D is consonant, A is a vowel. That's what they learn in kindergarten. And I'm so obsessed that I like, I'm not even at work and I'll be in bed and I just stare at my data and look at it. And I'm like, what can I do to push every single one of these kids into my group one? Because my group one kids know all their letter names and letter sounds. Anyways, it takes up so much of my time because of it. I refuse to let any of those kids go into first grade not knowing, you know, like not knowing the basics of it. And I got really lucky that they've been receptive to how I've taught. I have observed other teachers at other schools and they have like, some of them have like really, really low kids. One's one of the few good ones left. There's a lot of good teachers. That said, teaching is not just teaching, unfortunately. There's a lot of, what is it? There's a lot of bureaucratic bullshit. Like there's meetings that I have to go to. There's emails that I need to like answer. And I mean like a lot of emails. Like I had like 230 emails in the first 2 months or some shit like that. And they're not even parents who are contacting me. And that's another aspect is I set up a Google number and I have all my kids' parents. I gave them that number and I told the parents, text and call me whenever, because I have no issue with that. And so there's also communication. My high school English teacher was a certified hater. Yeah, I will say like, for me, and I feel that it's important that if you are going to be a teacher, that you understand that if there's an expiration date for you in teaching, that you recognize that and you plan for that. So for me, teaching is an expiration date kind of job. I just don't think I could do it forever because in the past 5-6 years, all veteran teachers that I will talk to will say the kids are coming in with a lot of behaviors in comparison to years previous to that. It was already happening before COVID, but I think COVID really pushed it over the edge. And I don't like being the parent of these kids. Like I have one student who's not super bad. I'm really lucky. But we do have quite a bit of kindergartners who are threatening to harm other kids, who actually do harm other kids, who give kids bloody noses. And that's just what's happened. And every year it gets worse and worse, according to the veteran teachers. I wouldn't know. So I don't think I could do it forever. However, what I've learned about some teachers is they are like, oh, well, I've already done this job for 5-10 years. I can't stop now because my retirement is now wrapped into it. And so I've noticed the teachers that I feel should have already quit are the teachers who fucking are burnt out 5 years ago and are just really shitty to their kids. The inner politics must be annoying to deal with. Yes, they are very, very annoying to deal with. I have never had an issue with admin or anything, but my co-teachers they've both been yelled at by admin, or not given empathy for the problems that have arisen into their classroom. And one of them is like a veteran teacher. So it's emotionally draining because they don't want to come to work. They don't want to be there. They love, like, one of them really loves their kids. The other one, I don't think she loves her kids, but one of them really loves her kids, but she just is sick and tired of the inner politics of shit, and she doesn't want to deal with it. That was my biology professor, hated everyone for no reason. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a job that you should quit, or you should plan ahead if you know that you're, well, you know what? It's hard to say that, right? Because I'm the type of person, I can't deny my feelings. I know how I'm going to feel about something, regardless of if the situation has happened or not. But that's me taking the time to get to know myself and be one with myself. And I would love to say that every person can do that, but the reality is there's people who just avoid their feelings, right? And that leads to them putting themselves in bad situations and them being really terrible people to other people. My Kissin says my biology professor was a certified chiller. Loved his class. I had some really cool biology teachers. Know your limits, work with them, basically. Yeah, most don't. Yeah, it is definitely a situation where you should know your limits and work with that, because you're working with at least 20 kids if you're lucky, you know? And a lot of class sizes sometimes are like 30 plus kids. Or you're in middle school and high school, so you have 120 different students because you have 5 to 6 different periods, right? All my science teachers were chill. Yeah, I had some really chill science teachers. I feel like I wonder why that is. Like, why were they all very chill? Because it's one of the harder classes to take, but they just always had such a good attitude. Fluffy Spoon. Hi, Fluffy Spoon. How are you doing? How's your week going? We're just talking about teaching and teachers. Must be nice, Kissin. Mine would stare at me and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" when I was looking at the board. Only evil teachers were English and my resource room teacher. Ben, maybe you have like resting bitch face or something, and that's why your teachers were jackasses. I'm good. What about teachers? Well, I'm a teacher, so I was just talking about what I was going through this week with just teaching in general. But chat's also talking about their experiences with teachers and having shitty teachers and having chill teachers. And I was just saying that teaching is one of those things that you should know your limits and you should know when to exit out. But a lot of people will not exit out, and then they end up being that teacher that everyone hates. Oh man, I missed quite a bit. Says, I would sleep through most of my classes, to be honest. Okay, maybe Kissin's not a good example of opinions for teachers. Definitely felt that way. I'd glance at him and get shouted at. Oh, that's terrible. I will say I was not the greatest teacher. I wasn't the greatest student. If I felt that the teacher wasn't great at teaching, I was a total fucking dick to that person. Like I had a Spanish teacher, and granted, I already speak Spanish. One of mine had a dead eye and everyone laughed. The teacher's energy towards the class is important. Oh, totally. Definitely felt that way. I'd glance at him and shout. Passed most my English because she was a certified hater. Forgot what I. Yeah, like if they can't do their job, then it's hard to respect them. Yeah. And my Spanish teacher also had this, I think she was going through some stuff. Like as an adult now, I could probably say that she's probably not having the best time in her personal life, because she talked about it so much and talked about personal things. And I'm like, I'm a fucking 15-year-old, why are you telling me about your marriage? Like, I don't give a fuck. Tell it, if anything, tell it to me in Spanish because we're in Spanish class. I never turned up to language 4% attendance. It's free break. When it's 4% attendance, you must automatically drop out or like get an F in that class, right? You can't just have 4% attendance and like get a passing grade, right? Like at one point they're just like, yeah, you're not gradable. Every language teacher would always talk about their personal lives. Really? There was another Spanish teacher at the same school who was really, really good. I really liked her. But the other Spanish teacher, I really didn't like. Yeah, I got free don't take the test. Turning a group of 15-year-olds into her therapist. Why? I don't know. It was very awkward. I hated her for it. I didn't want to know about those things. That's just me. I don't know. I think I was the only one who complained about it. One time, she got so pissed off at me and she brought me out of the class and she closed the door. And when I came back in, I don't even remember what she told me because when I came back in, everyone in the class thought she had hit me. And they're like, are you okay? Did she hit you? There was like a huge noise. I think she had smacked the door while talking to me and I just didn't notice. Yeah, I mean, if you don't show up, like, you don't need to take the test. Yeah, it was funny. I could have lied and said she did, but I wasn't that much of an asshole. I teach kindergarten, but it is a temporary position, and I really don't want to be a full-time teacher. So I am exploring other options. I think I'm going to take an accounting semester I'm going to take a semester in accounting, proper grammar here, and just see how I like it. And if I don't like it, I can always do something else. I was going to do my master's in SPED, and I wanted to do small groups because I didn't want to. I like doing small groups, and I like the tutoring style a lot more. I mean, I do that in my classroom right now is I take kids from when we have individual work, when they're working on their own, I pull them separately so I can work with them on their names, their names and sounds for the alphabet. So you don't want to teach. No, I don't want to teach. I have been teaching for the past couple years as a substitute teacher. I have gained enough experience and notoriety in the districts that I worked for that I was offered a position, and it was a temporary position, and there is a full-time option, but I don't want to take it because I don't feel that I can continue being a good teacher without sacrificing my own personal life. And like I was saying, is teaching is one of those things is you have to be all in. And if you're not, then you're just going to be a shitty teacher. So we're just making a profession. We're just mocking a profession. Not at all. I love teaching. I really, really love teaching. But teachers don't just teach. There's so much more to teaching than just that. There's a bunch of meetings. There's trainings. There's prep and all that. And it just takes up my time. It's like I don't have a personal life because I am dedicated to making sure that all my kids read, because I live and work in a place where most people are illiterate, and the reading level for my district, even though they're a really good district is like less than 40%. So less than 40% of kids in the school district are able to read at their grade level. That is not okay. And I will never be okay with that. So it's a bit of a joke at the moment, but important. It could be a joke, but I'm also very passionate about this. So I can't see the joke in it. My history teacher once dropped one of those huge fact books on my foot, and it took everything for me to not fall to my knees in pain. No, that's terrible. We are talking about fun and bad teachers, and Hon is talking about that experience. But yeah, I've had some really good teachers in high school. That I didn't even plan to be a teacher. I kind of fell into the job. I just needed a job where I could have flexibility because I was so sick. And substitute teaching, where I live, is paid very, very well, which is not the case for most places. And I really like the job, but it's just very time consuming. And I know a lot of other first time teachers too. And like we all like complain, well, like small things like, oh, well, now we've just resolved that we're never going to leave work on time. So fuck it, you know, and just all the different stresses. But it makes sense. I mean, you're taken care of and trying to grow the brains of like the most precious thing on the world, people in the world, which are kids. People really love their kids. Well, most people love their kids. I have definitely called DHS on some parents because they're absolutely horrible to their kids. But otherwise, most people do try to help or care for their kids the best that they can, even if their best is not the best, right? Anyways. That's all I have. I really need to stop talking about work. It's not good for me. It always takes me, when we have these vacations, it takes me like 2 or 3 days to just stop thinking of work. But I'm not sure if I can do that on this Thanksgiving break, because I'm thinking of all the ways that I could help my kids who haven't progressed. In primary, all I heard was Mrs. Heisman because I got told off, but was funny. Yeah, there's always those kids, but I like the difficult kids. They're the kids that make things fun and interesting. Let's talk about your pets. Oh my gosh. I almost posted this on Twitter, and then I just like, no, I'm going to sleep. My cat, my stray cat, who is also probably like over 10 years old and a geriatric, and he's sitting here nagging me. He had a day where he wanted to cuddle me, and I had a day, and that same day I was like, I don't want to cuddle. I want to just be here in my bed by myself. So I like scrunched up in a ball on the side of me because I don't have the gall to kick him out of my not my classroom, out of my bedroom. So I just like scrunched up in a ball to try to prevent him from cuddling up to me. I was in a lot of pain that day. I think that's what it was. And he went out of his way to give me biscuits wherever he could. At one point, his hind legs were like straddling 2 pillows to get to the inside of my elbow, just so that he could like give me biscuits. And eventually he got tired and he like went around me. He found my barefoot and gave my barefoot biscuits, but he won't let me cut his nails, so they just dug into my nails. And I was like, no. And then he went back to straddling the pillows, because the pillows were in front of me, So and my foot was behind me. So he went back to the front, he straddled the pillows again, and he started biscuiting something. I can't remember what. And he's like, you know what? This isn't enough. So he kept his hind legs straddled on the pillows, but he then got his front legs and he climbed over my head. And now his belly was in my face and he was straddled across my face and he started biscuiting the back of my head. And I was like, I give up. You just do whatever you need to do. And he did that. And after he was done, he went to the side of me and fell asleep. I was like so annoyed, but also very amused. I got social services called because I bit a guy's willy because he said, look under here, and peed in my hair. And wait, Fluffy, that is crazy. So it was a bit of nothing available. I know, he's a cute kitty. What did you say, Twix? I missed it. I'm nominating Hon to buy us Hon popcorn at the movie theater next month for Sonic. Did everyone agree to go to Sonic? Are you guys all just gonna go watch Sonic? You have to see it. Popcorn is so expensive at the movie theater. How about I just send you like a microwave popcorn? That'll work, right? You could pop it before you go to the movie theater, stuff it in a bag or under some clothes, and then pull it out. I think that's a good option. Twix, also, I didn't realize you were still here. Also, when I'm checking chat, that's why my thing keeps, my model goes like smaller. No other option. Get one of those thermal blankets to keep it warm. Yeah. Oh, wait. How's it? Yeah. Yeah. The ones that look like aluminum or something. That'd be good. My animals are starting to surround me and nag me. Because we're 8 minutes till feeding time, and they will not take no for an answer. I feel like you would have to cut up the thermal blanket though, so that you're not exposing all of it, right? The animal cyclone. Yeah. The cyclone's gonna hit me if I don't feed them. But it's still early. I still have 8 minutes. I can't even remember the last time I actually bought the food candy at a theater. You know, yeah. And also when I lived in Europe, I could walk in with a bag of food and they wouldn't stop me. And I always thought that was kind of cool. It made me want to buy candy. I know why we're not allowed to do that in the US. Like, that's how they make their money. But I do like the option to bring my own stuff. Like, the movie theater is not going to provide me with a burrito. I want a burrito. I'll buy a drink at the movie theater. Sharknado, but cats and dogs. Absolutely. Always sneaking stuff in. I could see that in you, Squishy. Hello, reverse psychology. Yeah. Reverse psychology, speaking of, is exactly how my parents dealt with me as a kid. I was such a stubborn kid. So they would just do and say the opposite to get me to do what they needed me to do. I speed ate 20 chicken nuggets in front of them because they wouldn't let me bring them in. Bring it in. I would have loved to see that, because then that would have been so great. Oh my gosh. I can't speed eat anything, so it's always impressive to see people eat fast. Like, I eat so fucking slow. It's ridiculous. But I think that was something that happened as I got sick. And I think I've been better about eating a little bit faster. I don't know. I just remember I have tacos in my refrigerator. I was running out of time. I was already late. You gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta keep your body satiated and also gotta get to that movie. Yeah, so I was in a lot of pain yesterday and I couldn't eat. And I always forget when I'm in pain, I really, really can't think that well. So what'd I do? So I ordered food knowing that I couldn't finish it. And I ordered like sope is what it's called. And tacos. And I ate the sope and I was like, okay, like if I can eat the tacos, I'm going to eat the tacos. But I couldn't eat the tacos. I like bit into half a taco and then I was like, I can't eat anymore. I'm too nauseous. And I forget that I have medication for nausea when I'm in pain. But when I'm in pain, I don't remember that I have that medication. And so I just stay nauseous. And it happens every single time I get into bed. And I get into bed and I was like, oh my God, I fucking had medication. I could have eaten. Why did I do this to myself? And I'm like, it's too late. I'm going to bed. I don't give a fuck. Also, just want to say I've always heard it's called kneading, not making biscuits. I was so confused when you were first telling this story. You've never heard cats making biscuits before? Is that a British thing? Well, no. Well, yeah. Tacos of sickness and unwell. But now I have tacos for today, so it works out. Yes. I feel like I'm on the internet, cat internet, so much that biscuits are now the new thing for me to say. No, that's the first time I heard that. Okay. They got to put in the work in the biscuit factory. Kissin knows what I was talking about. Yes. This just means, Squishy, that you're not as a degenerate as us when it comes to cat internet stuff, which is fine. But now you know. Cats are biscuit makers. Kissin, have you gotten a new cat yet? Your cat needs company, so, you know. I mean, I figure that's why you have a job, right, Kissin? It's really only to get another cat. And by another cat, I mean all the breeds of cats in the world. How many were there? There was like 47 or something like that. One day, Kissin's just going to have a house full of cats. Have you? This reminds me of that cat house. Cat. Man with. Have you seen this guy, Kissin? I'm sure he's your inspiration. Just sec. Oh, 71. Oh, 71. Jesus, I remembered that so badly. And wow, that's a lot. Okay, Kissin, this is your inspiration. I don't think he has 71 though. But you're going to convert your house into this.
The cats make the house feel alive. When we bought this house in 1988, it came with 2 outdoor, like, feral cats. And then one of them was killed, hit by a car. And then the second one was hit by a car and had to
Fair.
for quite a bit of reconstructive surgery.
That's fair.
So we made her an indoor cat.
You gotta move out then.
And to get her company, because the other one had been killed, we went to the shelter and adopted a couple cats, and that's just started down the road. Cheesecake, chocolate, nutter, butter, crumple, rumple, cookie, poppy seed, kuro, nui, secret, wasabi, coffee bean, donut. So they're all rescues. We adopt them from shelters as far south as San Diego and as far north as San Francisco.
We start getting kittens every year. Over time, we are getting more and more. And then when we realize that there's so many cats.
After a certain point, there's like no
That'd be
turning back.
cool.
It's like, this is their house.
Let's
and
be
we're
roommates.
living here with them.
All the rooms are connected. At night, sometimes at 2 or 3 in the morning, they'll start chasing each other on the catwalks, and they can go really fast, and it's pretty loud. It does wake us sometimes. Catwalks, I think the first one I built in 1995 actually was this one. For the walk, just the walks, I've probably spent $40,000 or $50,000.
Oh my
and
gosh.
they can be done a lot cheaper, but the catwalks are for the cats, they're also for me. They're architecturally interesting to me, the colors, and we always try to do something interesting, the shapes. There's spirals, there's bridges, there's arch.
I'm sorry. I forgot that I'm huge. I'm blocking all the greatness right now. There we go. Now you could see the greatness better.
Bridges.
I would probably get rescues, but if I was able to get all 71 breeds, that would be cool. I'm sure you could get all 71 breeds from rescues. There's like millions of cats who needs a home. In fact, I have 2 strays here. One is what is he? He's a tuxedo cat. I call him Capone because he's a fat tuxedo cat. And then I have Fenris, who is the most beautiful cat ever. He's like this gray cat with like a brown highlights on his tail. So cute. So anyways, whenever you're ready, let me know. We'll find a way to ship you some cats. I prefer you huge. It looks fun. No, we need to see the greatness of cat. Look, cat booty. Capone sounds adorable. Capone is so adorable. He needs to go on a diet, but he's outside in the snow. I'm not giving him a diet. I'm giving him food to stay warm.
And one of my favorites is that in the upstairs bathroom, there's a tunnel with a shark. And the carpenters actually
No,
made
less me.
teeth.
More cat.
When the cats walk through the teeth, they scratch the back of the cat. So the cats like to go back and forth through that. So you can't really feel ever there's 15
And he
cats
has a
because
pond.
they never assemble in one group. And they're very calming. So I like them because when you come home and if you're stressed and you sit down, 2 or 3 will come and purr and pet, and it just relaxes you. The koi pond is one of the favorite areas for the cats. They love to watch the fish. They also walk into the koi pond on the rocks and even sometimes put their hands in the water. They've never eaten a fish. So with 15 cats, we have about 22 litter boxes throughout the house. And we put a lot of them in closets where we add ventilating fans that run 24/7 that ventilates outside. So there's negative air pressure, so the smell stays in the closets. We also have 5 Rumbas in the house that we run almost every day that do a really good job picking up cat hair. And then it's just us picking up after the cats a lot.
At first I thought, how can we get rid of these cats? But now I can't think of a single one that I'd want to get rid of.
Cookie was the one that we rescued who had been traumatized. And this year, we suddenly found huge tumors on her. Took her to the vet and they said, it's cancer, there's nothing we do, but we did the surgeries. And after 2 major surgeries, they were all benign. And they had never seen anything like it, so she's fine now. Brings a lot of satisfaction that the idea that we can rescue these cats. You know, we can't solve the world's problems, but I can solve this tiny problem for these cats.
I've seen this video so many times, it's ridiculous. Well, I mean, there was Al Capone. So that's also why I named Capone. There was something else I wanted to show, but I can't remember what it was anymore. Oh, I know what it was. You said that you need to have a lot of automatic feeders, and that made me think of Furball Sanctuary. Let me see if I could find it. If ever you want to look at a bunch of cats. It's called Furball Farm. We'll wait for... There was another one on that one show about bad cat owners and bad acting cats. I don't know. So, well, maybe I should do that for a bit. So there is obviously a bunch of animal sanctuaries that show up on Twitch because it gives them good, really good revenue. This is called Furball Farm. They took in a bunch of stray cats and they basically give them a home. It's like a cat sanctuary. And they specifically take stray cats so that they could live out their life at their place. If the stray cat gets used to humans, then they'd become adoptable, but they never try to push that. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So this is Furball Sanctuary. No, Furball Farm, sorry. Furball Farm Cat Sanctuary. And this is my favorite Twitch channel, by the way. Can I change the quality? Let's change the quality real quick. But they have an outside enclosure and an inside enclosure, and they have a bunch of litter boxes, and they have food just freely out. So you don't always have to have the automatic feeders. You could probably just have it out, especially if you have ways for them to be active. There was another one of, no, I already read that. Well, what was that Al Capone book about? I might have had to read it too. Oh, you also read a book with Al Capone. I wonder what it was. I have Dash Ducks on Twitch. I forget when or why, but I have a duck watching stream I'm following. That's great. I love that. But yeah, this place also makes money. They have an Airbnb on their farm, and you can Airbnb, well, you can rent out the place on their farm, and they have a house cat, and you could come visit the cat sanctuary. It's really cool. It's really cool what people do. Maybe this is how you get every single cat kissing. You just open up a sanctuary for cats, and then you just bring a bunch of cats in. The book name was Al Capone Does My Shirt. Forget what it was about. What? That is I want to I forgot about the thighs. Yeah, that book. What? Al Capone Does My Shirt? That is an actual book. Does My Shirts. Tales from Alcatraz. It's the Newbery Honor book, the New York Times bestseller, that is historical fiction with a hint of mystery about living at Alcatraz, not as a prisoner, but as a kid meeting some of the most famous criminals in our history. Al Capone Does My Shirt has become an instant classic for all kids to read. Crazy. Never heard of this book. Has really good reviews. I like this. When was this book made? And reprinted in 2006. That's not the original copyright, though. When was this? No, that is not correct. I mean, maybe it is. Oh, God. Just a sec. I'm trying to find out when this book was. Oh, originally published in 2004. Okay, so that's the original publishing, not 2006. I was wondering, music jump scare. I thought it was going to be like something older because look at the picture for the author. I'm trying to get a bigger. It was just so like 80s, 90s kind time. Look at that picture. I really thought this was going to be from an earlier time just because of the way she looks right here with her jean jacket that has a jean vest over it. There's a Lego in my bum, which fits with the Lego in my chair. And when I sit down to write, I hear the satisfying snap of the two pieces fitting together. I love words, dictionaries, thesauruses. Sharp pencils, the smell of a book, ink, and delicious art of carving out sentences on the clean white paper. Okay. I'm still convinced this is the 90s. Probably started writing in the 90s. That's true. It does take a long time to write a book. Looks like an early 2000s picture. That does not look like an early 2000 picture. Where is her? Honestly, I can't remember what the 2000s trend were. Oh, look. They're peeing and pooping. Okay, that's it. I need to feed my animals. They've given up on me and they're all just in the kitchen, mad staring at me. They're waiting for me. They're probably gonna attack me or something. Not true. They won't attack me. I don't know. They attack me when I eat, so it would be a disservice for me to continue and not feed them. Yeah, exactly. Ambush. See you next time. I'm still probably going to play that game. I want my credits to show up. Even though playing Slay the Princess also made my brain hurt. Like having like repetitive stories. But I could skip it. So you streaming on Thanksgiving? I don't know. I don't have anything planned for Thanksgiving because I'm not going down to see family. So maybe. Just depends. But I also may just lay in bed and do nothing. Because that's what I was even invited to a Thanksgiving so I have a mentor for teaching. And she invited me and she's like, well, at least and I was like, no, I really am looking forward to doing nothing. And she's like, well, at least come by and get some food. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm fine. And she's like, well, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to play video games. I am going to forget that I have kids that I am taking care of and just play video games. And that is probably the most degenerate thing I could say, especially in this town. But it was true. Go full coma. Yes. I haven't watched all the Penguin episodes. I think I've watched 1.5 episodes of the Max series with Colin Farrell. I think that's the actor. I have degenerate things to do. I need to become one with my bed. I don't need to drive and get Thanksgiving food. I'm fine. Give the pets a high five for me. I will try to give them a high five after I feed them because right now they'll probably just get mad at me. Yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, I would love to see my family, but that costs money and it would probably cost me $500 to $1,000 to go home and also food and blah, blah, and going out and hanging out with people. And that's money that I need to put towards my surgery. And my goal is to pay off most or all of my surgery by June of next year. So I'm taking a sabbatical with family stuff, which is fine. The only person that I really wish I could see is my grandma because she's not speaking. She has dementia. So it's hard. So if I can't see her, then I don't get to interact with her. But I believe in the power of paying off, and I know that she would also, if she could speak to me, she would also give me shit for being dumb with my money and not just spending time away by paying off the bill. So I think I have her blessing, even though she can't say it. Oh God, yeah. See them when you can. The episodes, if you're talking about the episodes, absolutely. everything that I've watched so far is so good. But I didn't want to watch it while I was at work because sometimes work can be very dreary because I have really positive experiences, but my co-teachers don't, and they tend to be very negative, and that's really emotionally draining. And so then I don't want to watch anything that is negative because I'm already emotionally drained and I can't handle it anymore. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking because I think they know that I'm ready to get off because now they've come back and are in my face. I don't know if you could hear my cat, but he's meowing and he's putting his butt. Oh my God. Having his butt in my face just reminded me of the fact that he had poop hanging by his hair this morning. And I had to grab a big chunk of poop off of him. Luckily he didn't have diarrhea. You're welcome. I needed to tell you that. You didn't have to know that, but I needed to tell you that because that is how I'm ending this, by letting you know about the poop just there. And he's a stray cat. He's gone through worse, so he did not give a fuck. He was just like living life as normal. Yeah, that is your too much information. Have a good night or day. He's a long-haired cat. I'm surprised it's not happened before. This is the first time it's happened. So he was super chill about it. Like, and I mean, the fact that he was chill made it so that I could get it really fast. So bye. You guys have a wonderful night. I wanted to make a joke and I can't think of one. Okay, bye. Dude, you keep bouncing from YouTube and Twitch so much that I don't know if I should call you Twix or Tella or Tella-Twix. I should just call you Tella-Twix. Bye, guys. Thank you for keeping me company. Telex.